Bring it home with you, right here.
Okay, thanks.
Bring it on home, Annabelle. JT.
Okay, so
oh boy.
I have a personal question. This is not a professional question.
Is this going to get creepy?
Okay, are you... No, I'm not going to ask that. I'm just kidding. No, I am a fourth grade elementary teacher. And I'm curious, with both your parents being teachers,
yes,
and your brother being a principal,
yes,
what kind of student were you like in school? And I think if you were a troublemaker, which I kind of think you were, just because you're kind of snarky. I know that the audience would like to know several examples of you possibly getting into trouble.
I was a very good kid.
Okay, now don't lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I was shy. When I was in high school, here's a good example. When I was in high school, my mother was a teacher at my high school, and she was much loved. I was in 10th grade, the lowest, when my brother was in 12th grade, the highest at our school, and he was wildly popular. He was on the grad council, he played volleyball, he was good looking, still reasonable. He was in a rock band, he could play guitar, like, wildly, he could sing. He was very, very popular. And he wasn't the big brother who said, quit hanging out with us, get out of here. He was the brother who said, hey man, Ricardo's having a party, so that's what you're doing Friday night. And I'd be going to these 12th grade parties. I became kind of accidentally popular. I also didn't like it when kids got picked on. That was a big thing for me. The underdog, the small guys. I didn't like
that. I'm sure there's one.
I had one terrible thing I did in high school when a kid was getting picked on. And I look back and I regret it. A little bit. 5 guys jumped on one kid, the smallest kid in our gym class, to give him what they call a nuclear wedgie. If you don't know what a nuclear wedgie is if you get your underwear pulled up in the back, that's a wedgie. If they pull off your underwear from the back, it's a nuclear wedgie. So your underwear is removed, not being very forgiving on the goods. 5 guys from the football team on the smallest guy in our class. And the teacher's nowhere to be seen. And I see this going on, I said, not on my watch. Because I was untouchable. My mom was a teacher, and my brother was in 12th grade, so no one touched me. So I go up to these kids, and they got their backs to me, and I gave the first kid a little tap on the goods, and with my leg, boop, gave him a little, oh, he went over. Took the next 2 guys, gave them 2 wedges of their own, so they stopped. The last 2 guys were just in the perfect position for me to clock their heads together. The sound that came out of them. I pushed far too hard, more than was required. And they connected in a way that they went back. One guy was, the other guy was kind of, why did you do that? Why? Really, why? Those were 5 guys who didn't like me much after that, that's for sure. And I hurt somebody, I hurt somebody, and that wasn't very cool to me. And I don't think that's ever cool to hurt people. But I was a good kid. I was very good. My mom was a teacher in my school. What am I going to do? If I messed around or skipped a class, she'd find out by lunch. She was like over my shoulder, breathing down my neck. Mr. Bukowski says you have 2 pages of homework. That's interesting because you only did 1. And I didn't have it in me. I didn't have it in me to be a bad kid. I wasn't a great student. I didn't study very well. I couldn't pay attention very well. That having been said, I was going to be a high school teacher. I was 3 months from graduating when I got my first job in a soap opera. Thank God for the high school kids in Edmonton that didn't get me as a teacher. I think it would have been lots of fun, you just wouldn't have learned anything.
Matt, do you think that acting kind of brought you out of your shell then?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was in 5th grade, and the class clown, who was a good friend of mine, got sick. So I stepped in. And I said, this is A, easy. B, awesome. Outstanding. I'm trying to stop saying awesome.
Are you done?
Done. Story over.
We have to wrap this up. I hate it when I have to wrap up